Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another World Cup watch-along. This time we are covering USA versus Wales, Group B, the other game in the other two teams in England's group. Big game for both teams as well. First time in 64 years for Wales in a World Cup game, so this is a huge game, not just for normal reasons, but obviously historically this is once in a lifetime, quite literally, for the people of Wales and the Welsh national team. And then you got the other side, the USA, young, vibrant team upcoming, building a team for the next World Cup to compete. Their first World Cup since, what do I think now? 2012. Sorry about that. Haven't qualified since then. Failed, obviously, as I say, the last World Cup. But they are back now. And as I said, they are the other team in England's group. After today's result with England versus Iran, if we do have a winner tonight in this game, it surely means the game on Friday for the respective losing team is a must win, no matter what, basically. So there's so many implications. And obviously we are just over for 30 minutes away from kickoff, by the way. I'm trying to find a team lineups, by the way, on Twitter, but it's been a pain in the ass to find the official Twitter accounts and all that, but we'll find them, don't we? Misfits in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're keeping well. And if you are watching the game, like myself, where are you watching it from? They're making a party of this, aren't they? Fair play to Wales as well to do it. That stayed at home and all that. No, fair play that they're making a big song and dance over it. Yes, just bear with me while I'm trying to find it. Trying to find this, so do bear with me. Right, let's have a look. Just the one, FA Wales. I'm about to find out in a second. So as I'm quiet, just literally looking for this team lineup so I can give you the proper lineups as they've been put out, basically. Yeah. You're a pain in the arse imposter. Come on. Where are you? Well, obviously the two notable ones are Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale. They are in the starting 11. Here we go. Right. Just on England highlights. Well done to Saka. Yeah. Saka. Bellingham was great as well. But obviously from an Arsenal perspective, obviously, fantastic for Saka today. I believe it was on his. Oh, I thought I saw it there earlier today. It's bound to be on them sort of things. Yeah. If you can't get in on your normal TV stations and all that, respectively. I think what was that there? Present. Share screen. Here we go. And here we go. There. Wayne Hennessy has been given a nod for the number one jersey for first choice goalkeeping spot for today's game at least. Then you've got five at the back of Nico Williams, Ben Davies, they're not down the road, Metham, Joe Roden, and sort of think where the Ethan Ampadu. And then I've literally got the numbers there, bloody hell. Harry Wilson, Aaron Ramsey, Roberts, in the midfield, and then Dan James and Bell leading the line as a twosome. And then on the bench, you've got obviously Danny Ward, Davies, Gunter, Joe Allen, Johnson, Kiefer Moore, Morel, whatever you pronounce it, Locker, Williams, Harris, Thomas, Levitt, Cabango, Corwell, and Smith. As you say, this literally on my screen. I'm watching it live, by the way, so I'll be everything that happens. It'll be in sync, basically. Teams are ready to come out, basically, on my screen. So now I've got to find a USA team. Yay! USA. What John Hartson and all, bloody that's gonna be interesting, isn't it? No pressure there. As our co-commentator today. There we go. Present. Lots of fun. Yeah. It's Qatar make a big deal out of something, isn't it? Right, you've got Arsenal goalkeeper Matt Turner in goal. We've got Dest, Walker Ziedemann, Tyler Adams, Robinson, Musa, McKenna, Christian Pulisic, Tim Ream, Tim Ray, and Josh Sargent as the USA starting 11. I don't know who's on the bench. Doesn't give me that information. But that is the starting 11, at least, for the USA men's team as well. If you want to give your score predictions into the chat, who you think the standout player is going to be from this game, etc., or player to watch out for that no one really knows about, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Give you, in terms of score predictions, I still think it's going to be close. You've got to give. You probably give Wells Diaz because of the Bale and Ramsey factor, respectively. More so Bale. Sorry, Aaron, but still. You just give them that slight edge because they've got them. Wells that slight edge because of them two players in that team that know about big game experience and all that, respectively. More bigger than others, but still. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 2-1 either side, but I'm going to slightly at this moment in time lean towards the Welsh, sadly. My vision and all that, being brave saying that. Yeah, just do the national anthems now. So USA first and the national anthems. I'm hoping, I am praying that this is not going to be a repeat of the Netherlands versus Senegal game. It was in the middle of the middle game of the three. Even though Holland won 2-0, fair play. That game was fucking boring to watch. As a neutral, you're just like there. What? Where? It's so boring. Both teams lack cutting edge, even though, as I say, Holland did go to win 2-0 in the end. It's more the likes of Frenkie de Jong and all that up in the ante, basically, to help out his team, respectively. And Senegal missing that cutting edge in Mane. Which any team that didn't have listen to a Mane type player is going to miss. You're going to notice. Here comes the Welsh national anthem. The first time in 64 years. It's mad. Hi Gary, if you want to pop in, you can. If you're free, you're not working, you want to pop on at any point, just pop in if you're on a call, alright? Fuck me. That is mad. We might actually get an atmosphere in the game as well, by the sounds of it. That is crazy. The Welsh national anthem and white that's sung like that. Not just like the players, but you get the fan. It's like it is for the first time in this tournament so far. It sounds like we might have an atmosphere at the game. From both sets of fans, by the way, but we may have an actual proper contest in the atmosphere. It has been lucky. Was it opening game yesterday with the locals? There was no atmosphere at all. From what I saw, us back and forth, it was in the background sort of thing. No real atmosphere. The England game, the fans are so far away from the stadium we were put in. They're so far away, and again, no real. All a proper like to and fro from both sides because it's just so one-sided on the pitch. And plus, some fans weren't even allowed in, even though they had tickets, because the fucking FIFA's bloody app that they were told they had to use, and it completely broke down, and it carried over to the Senegal Holland game, and there's fucking hundreds of empty seats in that game, by the way, which contributed to a really bad atmosphere. Just in terms of it was just nothing really there from the fans. I mean, to be fair, the Senegalese fans that had got in, they're trying their best, but even still. Oh dear. Obviously, as Arsenal is first and foremost, even though we are covering the World Cup, this is an Arsenal channel. We will be keeping a close eye on Matt Turner, obviously, on Arsenal Watch, basically, from these international duties. So yeah, we see how he plays, how he does today as well. The one thing I don't want is a ball 0-0. It's just like, ugh. I've got to look forward to this on Friday, have I? No, that's not a good game. I don't want to be sitting here chatting rubbish to you guys for the next hour and a half at least, trying to make stuff up on the go, basically. It does seem the fans have got. There's no issues with the fans getting into this game. It seems like anyway. Don't until we get told different. How? Also, Lee will be joining me at some point. I have put in the link. As soon as he gets backstage, I'll bring him into the stream itself. But yeah, he will be joining as well at some point. Obviously, he's got to sort out his little one first and bits and pieces before he comes on. Let's see. USA going to get us underway to get this first game of the World Cup underway in 4 or 8 years, sorry. And we're off. Let's get this party started, yeah. Just step away from the chat for a few. No worries, Steve. No worries, mate. Oh, see you in a few minutes, mate. USA playing literally an all white kit, literally head to toe in white, with trims of navy blue, and there obviously a massive USA badge in the middle. And Wales playing in their literally an all red kit, head to toe shirts, shorts, and socks with the trims of white and little trims of green as well on the collar. I don't know if it's a superstitious thing, by the way, but Ramsey's dyed his hair again, like he did in 2016 when Wales got to the Euros. He did in the last Euros as well, last year, which got played. He dyed his. I don't know if it's just, again a superstitious thing, or from his part or something, or the team in general. But he dyed his hair again. Well, free kick USA. That's clumsy from Roden. Yeah, it was unnecessary. Didn't mean. I mean, he should have done that. Very clumsy. See what they do there. Christian Pulisic standing over it. Wait for the whistle from the ref. There we go. Ball in. Oh, poor free kick. Poor free kick from Christian. So-called Captain America. What was that? We could all see what he should have done, but he went for the that. He played the ball in behind instead of going in and around, basically. There's a lot of empty seats, and I thought the fans are still struggling to get in and just don't bother to go to this tournament. Because it's behind the goal that the USA are attacking, there's loads of Welsh. Like the Welsh, you can see that's packed. But the main stand, where you see all the action, like where the camera's looking at most of the time, on the far side, there's massive chunks of empty seats. Not just a few here, there, and everywhere. It's huge chunks of empty seats, and that's either, as I say, fans are struggling. The app's playing up, and fans haven't been able to get in still, or fans ain't bothering going all the way to Qatar and trying to do in their way boycott the tournament. Another corner. Got another set piece here. Corner this time, now from the USA. See if Christian gives us a better set piece to deal with this time. Come on. So goes ball in. Doesn't even beat the first man. What is it, Christian? This is meant to be the best, one of the USA's best players. He's not the better player. The better player. Sorry. And all the reputation of Captain America and all that crap. You can't fucking take a set piece apparently against Wales. Sorry, Wales, but still. But straight from the off, what we are just over 4.5 minutes into the game, straight away you can see the game plan from both teams. Wales are happy to sort of sit off the ball, soak the person, try and do USA on the counter, which is a basic giving USA with the ball basically to mess about with and see what they can do. Oh dear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wales really are happy just putting their head beyond the one. Yeah, it's literally just putting everyone behind the ball, soak up as much as they can, and then occasionally counter attacking the USA. That's what their plan is. Even I can see that. You know what? It's the USA. Like, even with all this possession they've been able to have, they're not overplaying it in terms of they're not just going, "Oh, get the ball, we're gonna boom, 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 boom," like messing about and fucking overplay it and at high speeds and give the ball away cheaply. They're trying to be patient with their build up, basically. It works ain't got nothing. Soft. You've got Stefan in the chat, my friend. Stefan is saying England complains. I do it there. Can read it from far away. My eyes are fucking killing me. England compliance with FIFA rules, not wearing the armband, must have FIFA laughing their heads off. Not just England, Wales as well. England, Wales, was it England, Wales, Denmark, Belgium, Switzerland, and there's a seventh team in there as well. All right. They've all bent the knee of the last minute U-turn from FIFA and enforcing whether they've threatened. They've all gone. Okay, no worries, FIFA. We'll bend the knee for you. How far up do you want the deal, though? In reality, FA should have told them to go and do one. Yeah, with Roy Keane again. I was watching the build up today on this game with Roy Keane and all that, and even he said, "You know what? For the sake of one game, for today's game, like the first match days and all that, all these respective countries that are saying they're going to do this one another armband stuff. Um, they should have all come together and told you, as you say, to do one for the one game and literally go out today, respectively for Kane and Bale, sorry, took the yellow card, but stood up to him. That would have sent a huge message. If they'd still gone ahead of the plan of wearing the armbands that they planned to, and if as the players are coming out, the referee being seen to book the player because of the armband, it doesn't bode well for it wouldn't have boded well for FIFA put it that way. Oh my god, I must have go from Wales. Oh my god, good reaction save from the goalkeeper there. Oh, that was great reaction save there, Sargent, right near post. Fucking Wales hanging on all of a sudden. The USA started with a bit of purpose in this game. Fucking he got lucky here, the defender. Who's that? Was that Voden again? Joe Voden. And literally right near post, I said Sergeant of Norwich City literally has a chance near post, and it's just more luck than anything. Hennessy's there and gets the block in. Colonel, who's a member by the way, big up to Colonel, says Wales win. Wales win because if USA win, Gary won't be quiet. He'll be like Donald Trump, but worse. Oh God. Yeah, exactly, Stefan. To your previous comment about you're not holding another branch out. Of course not. He plays for Norwich. What do you expect? I know you've upset Colonel's upset Gary for saying what he said before. Take it back. Oh, there's a yellow card here for the Dest. I didn't see the change myself. I can't take say once. Here we go. It contributes a warning. I wouldn't say it's a booking, like 100% a booking for the first challenge as well from the player. But hey, it is what it is. But Kurt, if you want Wales to win, you then to wake up because they start this game, as I say, putting everyone behind the ball, letting USA have the possession. 1 second. Sorry about that. No, I was saying that, Wales are literally putting everyone behind the ball, trying to soak up the pressure and occasionally trying to counter attack, basically. And with that, it meant that basically it almost cost them. They could have gone down straight. Oh, here we go. Oh, we've got a referee's trigger happy. Yay! For fuck's sake. We've got a trigger happy referee with a card today. Woohoo! Tonight. Again, that wasn't. Yeah, a warning. Because again, the first challenge, he's trying to go for the ball, and the player's landed and he's jumped up, landed, and gone down that way. I wouldn't have given that as a bloody booking. If I'm being honest. But hey, we've got a trigger happy referee with the card. Woohoo! My comment vanished. Where did it go? What comment was this? Was it the comment about the olive branch comment? If so, is it? Hopefully, no one in the chat's going to do that because again, none of your comments cause any offence. So unless it's the powers that be that are watching us. Anyway, Colonel saying sorry, Gary had to be done. No, too bad. Landon Donald can't play. Otherwise, USA might stood a chance. Fighting talk. I'm telling you. I didn't see that comment, Stefan, about your comment about Trump. Didn't see that comment. Did I say England with envelopes before this match? You're confusing us with the host nation, Gary. Allegedly, by the way. Before I get shut down on stream live. Allegedly. Got to say allegedly. Fucking hell. Yeah, I said, sort of about telling like a fucking goal kick. This is just good back to him, okay. Yeah, I'll beat you to it. I beat you to it there, Stefan. Got to laugh. Again, allegedly. We've got to say allegedly. Because we upset the hierarchy. Even though it's proven that was the case. No matter what they say. Oh, someone's gone down. Oh, we've got someone. He's joined us. It's Liam.
Firstly, where's Gary?
He's in the chat. He has
Come on, mate. I come on here to what? I'm sensing that he's fearing the worst. I was expecting him to be here.
I literally saw him in the chat. And I said if he wants to come on, he's got the access to, and he didn't even respond. He didn't say yes or no.
So Gary, my word is to you. Are you bottling it? Just got to ask the question, mate. Got to ask the question. I'm seeing England's spank 6 in.
Saka scoring literally an unbalanced Saka scoring his first goal as well, the way he did.
Yeah, apologies I couldn't get on the second half, mate. I had a horrific time at work.
No, that's not no worries.
Thank God on Friday is a 7 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Oh, Gary, there will be plenty of drink consumed that night, my old pal.
Yeah, I've got my sodas ready as well.
I think Gary needs to show his face tonight.
I think he should, technically. I mean, it is the USA here. I'm covering. I'm not doing it for the sake of it. They're unlucky so far. They should be 1-0 up. How's the thing going anyway?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Sorry, mate. 1 sec. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Sarah, there's no point, is there? Just leave it. Unfortunately, I just had a bit of bread with it. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I thought. Do you know what? Right, I cannot believe. Yeah, right. I've got to say this because I wasn't on there for the second half. But how the hell did they give that penalty and not give Harry Maguire's? No. Like, am I seeing something that no one else is? Am I actually seeing something that no one else is?
All I'm going to say is the referees from Qatar, the officials are probably Qatari as well. The fact that we've been part of a kickoff against them, they wanted to punish us some way.
Unbelievable, mate. He had the fakest of touches on him, right? Yeah. Do you know what I said? I thought, oh, do you know what? Could be a penalty, but it weren't as clear cut as what Harry Maguire's ones was. Like he was literally hugged to the ground.
Well, what was it going? Inika said it's possibly that they just felt sorry for a run, basically, and just wanted to give him another consolation.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing. We could see 2 goals against Iran. I'm not going to lie, and then they was 6. So that's good. And Harry Kane didn't get one.
You've seen that image going about on social media, though, on Twitter?
No.
There's basically asked, it's like, for all the goal scorers today you've had, Dortmund put out, what a goal from Jude Bellingham, Arsenal, Bukayo Saka, Chelsea, what a finish by Raheem Sterling. And Tottenham went and tweeted out, what an assist from Kane.
No, they didn't, did they?
They did.
To be fair, it is good that we've scored without having to rely on him. Like, don't get me wrong, we want him scoring, unfortunately, but... Oh, sorry, mate.
No worries, mate.
It's going well.
What?
I've got no spaghetti.
Great.
Normal pasta, all right?
Yeah. Anyway, back to business.
You're trying to salvage dinner by the sounds of it.
Pardon?
You're trying to salvage dinner or something here.
Yeah, basically. Spaghetti bolognese. There's no spaghetti, no garlic bread.
Oh, God.
It's going well.
As I say, it could be worse. At least you've got something part of the meal.
Mate, do you know what? I just appreciate a little bit of spare time now, mate. I feel fucking happy after today.
I don't blame you.
Watching football while you're working is not the one. I've got to be honest.
No. Well, what was it when they're at half time after you went? They sort of they're showing images of like filming in schools and all that. The kids are at school. They couldn't because of the kickoff time. Otherwise, they'd miss the game. So the schools have put everything on hold and shown the game and all that.
Oh, we didn't, mate. I had a right important call at 2:00.
Oh no!
Could you not push it to 3 o'clock today? Really?
Oh,
Yeah. So it was literally just in the background, but good to see old Saka boy get a couple. Do you know what I mean? What does worry me is though the amount of games he's going to be playing.
Mm.
We definitely need to go and purchase someone.
I think it's good. I think it was good that he got taken off, though, in the sense of obviously he didn't play the entire game because obviously the game was dead. Just get him off.
Yeah, it was the best thing to do, really. Liam living the high life. Yeah. Pasta instead of spaghetti, and I think I'll have a bit of brown bread with my spaghetti bolognese. I think we've lost Ryan again.
I think I may have frozen.
I thought you'd gone there, mate. Got bored of the Americans.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's gone now. Gary, I think you should be showing your face, mate. I want to see the Gary. He is officially gone, and we've got a spinning wheel washing machine at the moment. I'm not sure what's more interesting at the moment, that or this game. Oh, here we go. Oh, good defending there by Wales. We have officially lost him. See, Gary, even Ryan got bored. Fled off his own show. I think it is more interesting than spinning wheel. Well, it was more interesting until it went.
I'm back.
I was just saying that the spinning wheel on your screen was more interesting than this game.
Oh, okay, buff. Oh dear, that's saying a lot, isn't it?
Nah. I'm glad. Do you know what? Right, strangely, I'm more happier that Bellingham scored than anyone today because I think that's a big moment.
Yeah. I was surprised he finished the game. Though, I'll be honest. I thought he might come off once the game. Jude, I thought he might have gone off.
Yeah, give him the confidence in it. I guess. It was good to see him playing, and he's an unreal talent, isn't he? Like he's such a massive talent. Yeah, as I said earlier on, this is for me, this is the perfect stage to give him that opportunity now. Like he's played for Dortmund for a couple of years, isn't he? Like he's even captained them, hasn't he? I think I'm not saying. So like that's how highly regarded he is, even there at this point in time.
He's only 19. He's only 19 as well. He's not like he's 19, and the way he plays is of a player that's well beyond their peak, basically. That are reaching their peak, like 26, 27.
Got to ask you, Russ, how much do you reckon for Bellingham at this moment of time? How much for Bellingham?
You've got to be talking around 100 millions at least.
100, 120 million?
Yeah, you've got to be talking at that at least.
Mate, honestly, it's a no-brainer for me. Like, if we get Champions League football, mate, we can't afford for Man City to be taking him. We have to at least compete to get him.
Oh, you gone now? Or have I gone? No. Oh, bloody hell no. That pissed me off, that would.
Yeah, exactly. We need to make sure that we're in for him because he, for me, is the ideal player moving forward for that kind of position. And obviously, yeah, you pay 100, 120 million, but at the age of 19, how many years you're going to get? Well, looks like we got Ryan again.
Oh dear, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. Fucking weather's so bad over here. The Wi-Fi's struggling.
I just thought you was getting bored of the Americans, mate.
Well, there's that as well. That's not to be polite, but yeah.
Come on, Gary, get yourself on, mate, and then you can have a little bit of banter. Come on.
That says more than Grealish.
He's definitely worth more than Grealish. How unselfish Callum Wilson today, though.
Oh, that was cool. I was saying in chat in the stream, you could quite easily had a shot of goal and see what happened. Like, that shit. We thought, no, boom. I'm going to part. And obviously, yeah, as you say, unselfish, but it was, yeah. You can't really complain about it because the ball ended up in net eventually, one way or the other.
I was told today, I ain't going to name and shame the person, that they don't know whether Saka can still do it in the big games at present. This is the same Saka that has scored against Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Spurs. We'll even include Newcastle in the last 12 months.
Yep.
He has scored against every single top team, basically.
Yeah, doesn't for the big games, though, hey? Doesn't turn up for the big games.
Nah. But you don't know if he can do it against the big teams. Just poor.
He's a bit... I know it's early on in his career for Saka, but he's a big game player.
Mate, at the end of the day, mate, he scored against every single big club. Right? You tell me how many players scored against every single big club in the last 12 months.
Oh, exactly. Apart from Haaland, or just even Haaland didn't. But no, no, you got this. Oh bloody hell! Not even Phil Foden does that on a regular basis.
I tell you what, mate, Foden's going to struggle to get in that team now, isn't he?
I reckon so. Oh yeah, I reckon so. One of them was. As long as lots of Saka and Sterling keep up their performances, I can't see him getting the starts.
Nah, see, a lot of people said about Sterling shouldn't have been in the team this time around, and I get that he's not playing well, but the problem is, right, he's never really let England down ever, has he?
No.
And he has been our go-to player, so I get why he's played him, and he scored again today, and yeah, it might only be Iran, but he scored again, do you know what I mean? So he'll definitely play the next game, and
yeah,
he seems to do it. He seems to do it for England, game in, game out. Like he's one of them players who for me is better nationally than for his club.
Yeah, the irony.
And we strangely got a few of them, haven't we?
Yeah, one of them being a fridge. Oh.
See, I tend to disagree with that. I can see us paying over 100 million for a player.
Well, it's this big sell-on because again he's got to be, what if we do go and get him in the summer, he'd be just turning 20. There's massive sell-on value as well.
Yeah,
lots of shirt sales and all that merch, and obviously your sponsorships of Adidas and all that. Sell-on value. There's massive sell-on value there if it doesn't work out.
Whoever gets Bellingham, right, is going to rack it in, like you said, mate, through shirt sales alone. The merchandising is going to be massive, innit? You've got a player that's 19, so you're looking at a player that potentially might be £100 million, but could push himself up to 150, £200 million. So, like, the value could exceed of obviously what he is now, which is quite rare when you're buying a player for that much. Yeah. I think he's one of the only players out there that I would go and put the massive cash in for.
Colonel saying, you two deserve a medal putting this much effort into this game. This is like League One standard of the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'd rather watch Plymouth versus Exeter, mate.
Or Crawley, was it Crawley versus your mates? What's it Crawley? Crawley versus Sutton.
When's that on tonight?
No, I think it's tonight. I think it's got to be soon though, because they're in the same league, aren't they?
The old Sutton boys.
I've just gone on Twitter, by the way, and Chris Coding, or whatever he's some media guy, Jed Spence has removed all mentions of hashtag Tottenham Hotspur FC from his Instagram page, also removing his photo and all info from his bio. Oh, and the only pictures on it is Jed Spence in an England jacket. His bio pic is blank. Look.
Do you know what makes me laugh about him, mate? Yeah, right. So obviously he had massive issues, didn't he, with Neil Warnock? Right? Yeah. Like Neil Warnock's been around the houses, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he knows inside out the Championship, don't he? Like, he's been successful in it and everything. Surely at that point, yeah, right, where he found him a problem and loaned him out to another club in the same division, shows that the geezer was a massive issue. I never really understood why Spurs went for him. I thought it was a massive gamble, Spurs going for him anyway. Yeah, he had a good season at Nottingham Forest, but at the end of the day, mate, the geezer's a problem. He's a massive problem. A bit like Dele Alli in a lot of ways, do you know what I mean?
Really? Yeah, but it's not saying no, Jed Spence is better than Cedric.
Yeah, he is, but do you know what I mean? He'll probably bring the morale down of the team. Do you know what I mean? And to be fair, we don't need Cedric because we've got Ben White and Tommy Asu. So Cedric would be surplus to requirements by the time January comes.
Well, there's rumours that we're looking to get rid of him in January.
We have to get rid of him, mate. He's not good enough, mate. He's not good enough. He was exposed against Brighton, weren't he? Yeah. He's fulfilled a purpose, and that purpose is now expired.
Yeah.
He loves a photo. I know that much. But time's up, unfortunately, for him. And do you know what? It will give us. We'd be better off selling him and getting a left centre back in.
Yeah.
Because Ben White's naturally going to be playing right back for us now, moving forward.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
No, Russ, we don't want that. We don't want Jed Spence at Arsenal. Home quota, better than Cedric. He's a bad egg. He's a bad egg.
To be honest with us, if you want homegrown quota field, look at our academy. Just go to our academy. We've got plenty of coming.
Well, just go to Rotherham, and we've got a player there, a right back.
Norton Cufty, yeah?
Exactly. That's where you need to be putting your eyes on, mate.
He's doing well over there as well, apparently.
Yeah, my one of my mates, he's brother-in-law plays for Rotherham.
Oh, okay.
And he was saying to me that how good that Norton Cuffy is. So he's got a massive future in it. He done well last year, didn't he, in League One? Yeah. And now he's gone up to, obviously, the Championship, and he's doing it there as well. So he's getting good experience, man. What is he, 18, 19? Like...
I think he's 17, I think. 17 or 18, one or two.
Yeah, so potentially he's going to be a good prospect for us moving forward. It makes you think, don't it? Like, the amount of good youngsters that we have got coming through. Like...
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Patino come back after this. Like, he's been doing at Blackpool. Like, he'll be bulked up, won't he? He'll be a different player next year. Probably one of the players that will probably get onto the bench, hopefully. Unless we do feel that he needs another loan move for another year, I don't know.
It also depends what we do in the market as well in the summer.
Exactly. I wouldn't be too objective if he went for another loan move, as long as it was another good move for him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it made sense basically. Like Step, it's always done like League One, now Championship this season. Put me in the Premier League, put me on a Premier League side, get some Premier League experience as well.
I did do. What's it? I know he wasn't Premier League, but it didn't do Saliba any bad, did it? Going on loan for a few years.
Oh. 1-0 USA. Christopher.
Here they
Yeah.
are! Here they are!
What a goal.
Oh, Gary's
Well,
dreaming now.
Wales went to sleep there.
You snooze, you lose.
Nico Williams getting caught out massively.
I wonder what Moore's saying now up top. Did you read his crap?
Yeah.
The guy
Sounds
from
that right.
Torquay.
Yeah. Fucking moron. Boom. There you go, Gary. There you go, BX. There you go, Stefan.
Oh, Gary's an happy chappy.
That was well taken. To be fair to Raya, though, that was a well taken goal, actually.
That's a good finish, mate, to be fair.
Yeah. We have a goal. Woohoo!
Do you think this is one tournament too much for players like Bow and Ramsey? Like, basically...
Yeah, the emotions. The only reason the likes of Bell and Ramsey are there, with all due respect, is more of a is a once in a lifetime, and not your age and all that as well. Even if we do qualify for the next World Cup, you're not going to be around or good enough to be in that squad, basically.
Mm.
I think this will be the swan song for Ramsey. I think Ramsey himself will retire at the end of the season. I think he retires from international football after this, then completely at the end of the season. And I think the same for Bell.
Yeah,
I think Bell actually, because there's no MLS now, is there? Yeah, that season's over. So I reckon that I think he retires at the end of this because he's got no commitments now.
To be fair, what Ross is saying is right. They can cut it at this level because do you know what? Right, the majority of the World Cup level is not a great level, is it? And we're being frankly honest. Like compared to club football and the very best, it's not at that level, is it?
No, when it's a World Cup and it's branded like the best of the best, and you've got Iran losing 6-2, and you've got full due respect a Wales team, and I'm trying to think now. What was it, Saudi Arabia and countries like that very rarely get into these sort of tournaments.
Yeah, it's a joke, mate. Honestly, like I was saying the other night, someone said to me about obviously Iran and they had the geezer up front from Porto. So what? Yeah. They got to get the guy up front from Porto. Do you know what I mean? We're England. Like we've got the very best of the best players in the Premier League. Like some of them, in our team. Like, do you know what I mean? So like we shouldn't be fearing. We really shouldn't be fearing anyone. Apart from maybe the big two, which is France and Brazil. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see Argentina are at a push because I think they're in really good form. But apart from these clubs, right, for me, there's no one else I would consider going free at the back with. I don't understand why we go free at the back, mate, with what we've got up front. Like it showed today, we'll tear teams apart, absolutely rip them apart.
Yeah.
Why go free at the back against like we have done in the past against Hungary? Why go for it at the back against Hungary?
Oh, no. I mean, just as I say, today just goes and proves that playing foot at the back against that sort of opposition.
We might see 2 goals, 6. Do you know what I mean? Surely you'd rather win 6-2 than win 1-0.
Exactly. Or Gareth Bale's having a hissy fit in the pitch. Oh, he's booked.
Yeah, Welsh falling off the Welsh.
Mate, this ref, I'll say this much: he is trigger happy with his cards.
Where is Bow at the moment?
He's been playing in LA with the MLS. Just won the MLS Cup.
He'll get some shit. He'll get some shit tonight, then, won't he?
LAFC.
He'll get some shit tonight, then. What's your thoughts on Bow's career?
Well, he can't. Once he left Tottenham, he can't fault his career. To win 3 Champions League titles, 2 or 3 La Liga titles, a Copa del Rey, And then obviously the MLS Cup most recently, and obviously what he's achieved with his country as well in terms of qualifying 3 of the last 4 tournaments, and being the captain that leads that team and all the way in their competitions, respectively. You can't fault this. You can't fault it. There's a thing going around, an image going around the other day on Twitter that since Bale left Tottenham to go to Real Madrid in the first place, he's only ever had one season where he's not won a trophy. Guess what season that was?
Go on.
The season he went back to Tottenham.
I don't think you can fault it. Don't get me wrong, you can't fault going to Real Madrid. But my only criticism is that, and to be fair, at the start he done some great things. Like I remember that goal in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was the unreal winner, wasn't it? Like he went round him. He would come off the pitch, didn't he? And come back on and scored the goal. But he could have done more, even more, I think. But I'm not sure if that was down to him or that was down to Real Madrid. There was a lot of needle there, weren't there, by the end of it all?
Yeah, I think he's just lost the love for playing for Madrid because of the Spanish media has turned on him for whatever reason. They just went for him, being he's an outsider in it. He's not a local in terms of he's not from Madrid. He's not Spanish.
Yeah,
he's an outsider. So like they did with others. So the media just turned and he just went, well, fuck you then, basically. And so sort of put handbrakes on, but didn't do it. And what made it, and what sort of at the ante, because they're taking jives at him about bloody him playing golf when he's been coming back when he's on his on holidays during the summer. He goes on before they go back to pre-season or to go and golf and all that. Like it's a big deal. So he's just like, you know what? When they qualified for the Euros for last year, when they did qualify for that. Remember that banner? What was it? Wales golf for Madrid. So it's like he started having two back and forth with the Spanish media.
Yeah, it was. I think it was quite a shame the way it kind of finished up. Well, that's a crap pass. Yeah, I do think it's a massive shame how it kind of ended up for him over there. I think he was a good enough player for it not to end up like that. If I'm being totally honest, but like you said, I think there's the press has a lot to do with that, don't they, over there?
Yeah.
And to be honest, they probably look, whether it's right or wrong, they probably look at him and think, oh, well, he's Welsh. Do you know what I mean?
He's not one
they're superior.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah. But he's won the medals, isn't he? Like, he scored that goal in the final as well, didn't he? Like, how many people can claim that they scored that goal in a European Champions League final?
Yeah, as a sub as well. He didn't even start in that final, did he?
That's the piece, right? Where I think he could have done even more, mate. But I think Ronaldo's a hindrance to him as well. I think Ronaldo's a problem for him as well.
Yeah.
I think Ronaldo was a massive problem for him. Because it's Ronaldo, isn't it? It's Cristiano Ronaldo. And maybe that's why, the press kind of went the way they did because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Because he was seen as a threat at the time, weren't he?
Yeah, threat to Ronaldo's legacy. And
I don't like that lie.
No, he got a point there because at that point, at the peak of his powers, he was arguably, if you look at it from both how they played, he was slightly above Ronaldo at the time.
Yeah, mate. I think Ronaldo see him as a bit of a threat to start with.
Yeah.
Or could this guy come in and take my space as like the top dog? And I don't think he like that. We know Cristiano Ronaldo don't like that. He's got to be the best. That's what the way he's driven it. It's obvious in that in terms of what he talks about in that interview. But
yeah,
I think that didn't help. I don't think that helped Gareth Bale whatsoever.
No. So, Will's got a corner.
Didn't win nothing at Tottenham, though, did he, mate?
No. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. In his career, he didn't do anything at Tottenham.
He won absolute fuck all for Tottenham.
I was just laughing when I saw that stat. It literally said that only time he hasn't won a trophy since leaving Tottenham was going back to Tottenham. I had to laugh.
Yeah, that was a bit of a sad move for him, really. When I think he probably looks at that and thinks, well, he only did that, weren't it, to get ready for the Euros.
Yeah. Because obviously everything that was kicking off in Madrid, he weren't going any game time, and he wanted to be match fit for his country for the Euros.
And to be fair as well, when you look at people like when we even brought Thierry Henry back, we only brought him back for a short period of time.
It wasn't it? Yeah.
It was probably the right thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Where you look at him, they brought him back for a season, and he kind of filled out quite. I wouldn't say disastrously, but you knew he weren't coming back after it.
Yeah, you knew long term it was only for that season, and that was it. It was going back. That was his intention to go back and either fight for his spot or literally go find a new club that gives him what he wants in terms of being competitive at a high level. Because he still sees himself at that level, and the fact he went to MLS, he's gone to the MLS, done what he's done there in a short period of time there with LAFC. It says a lot of how much quality he's still got in him. But as you say, he's getting I'm 33, so he's got to be getting on now as well.
Do you think he'll retire after this?
It's hard. I think it's hardly. I think it's. I think there's 60% chance of it happening. Yeah.
I don't see where he goes to me really. Like he's not. Well, how old is he? Unless he ain't a player who's going to be playing until he's 37.
No. He's
no chance. So
he's got to be 33, 34.
Maybe he might think after this World Cup, like that's it for me. Like a lot of travel as well, isn't it, from America to Wales? It gets harder as you get older, don't it? Do you want to put the miles on the clock like that?
And Henri said when Henri went to the M&S, he realised how big the USA is in terms of there's no close in terms of teams playing each other. There's none of them are literally like 5 minutes around the corner. It's all like looking the other side of the country, basically.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty interesting in terms of obviously what he does after this. I don't want to preempt anything at the moment, but I think this is a big result for either America or Wales tonight. Do you know what I mean? Because this could be the difference of someone getting second spot, someone not getting second spot. Like if you don't win tonight, you've got to basically beat England.
Basically, yeah.
You've basically got to go and beat England. That's how big not losing tonight is.
Well, the thing is, if Wales lose tonight, they've got to play Iran, sorry, at 10 a.m. on Friday, yeah? 10 a.m. our time, anyway. Even if they win, they've got to hope that England beat the USA and then hope that England take the foot off the gas for the last game. So realistically, they need something from this game, be it win or draw. They can't afford to lose. Neither team can, really.
No. All jokes aside, like, take the old Gazza out of this moment. Do you see the Americas being a tough game for us or not really?
If we turn up, if we put our best 11 out and we turn up like we did today, play 4 at the back. Don't play 5 at the back. Play 4 at the back.
Yeah.
I don't see USA causing us a problem. The only reason they're causing the problem with Wales today is because Wales have allowed them a lot of the ball and just aren't that level in terms of where we are as a team.
No.
The same quality of player. I mean, you've got players in this Welsh team that are either playing at Championship level or League One, playing for a League One club. With all due respect. And they're heavily relying on the old guard in terms of the Aaron Ramseys, Gareth Bales, and Joe Allen. They're too heavily reliant on that in their attack. But
I think if we play any of these two teams, I just think I shouldn't be overly confident because the way we performed over the last 6 to 12 months. But I look at it, we've got the firepower, mate. Like let's be honest, Kane will score goals. Kane's going to score goals against either, for me, America or Wales. He will score. And you've already got look at Bellingham after he scored that goal, mate. He just looked like a player that oozes confidence. Saka scoring 2 goals today, mate. Everyone knows now how good Saka is. Like, whether you've been a fan or you haven't been a fan, mate. Like, mate, whether it's Iran or whoever it is, like, he's doing it all the time. He's doing it game by game. And the only difference is this year is that we haven't had to rely on him like we used to have.
No, that's the thing. That's the main thing I've been saying as well on this channel is since he first time he broke through under Emery and when I chatted him, they came in a few months later. he's always been carrying this team. He's always been him, and then Smith Rowe to come along and help him out a bit.
Yeah.
But he's been the majority, the guy that's taken the majority of the flak on his back. For the first time in his career, his young career so far, everyone's up to his standard now. So with that being the case, it takes the pressure off him for carrying the team, as you say. And if he does have the odd performance where you don't see much of him, it's not the worst thing in the world, because you've got 10 other players on that pitch. As long as they've turned up, we're still getting the result. We're still getting what we need to get out of the game.
But the reality is, mate, and we're being totally honest with you, the reality is that when he doesn't perform, or people don't think he's had a good game, and I remember a couple of games when I've been watching, I've been, Saka's not been playing as well. Manchester United, for example, he's still got himself a goal or assist. He's still getting them on his game days when he's not playing that well.
Yeah.
And how old is he? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's got such a big career.
He'll be 21 in the summer.
21 in the summer. He's 20 years old, mate, and look what he's done already. I can't fathom anyone who sits there and tells me, Saka's not the real deal. He's doing it week in, week out. He's scoring against the biggest teams in the Premier League, and sooner or enough, it will start doing it in the Champions League.
Well, hopefully that'll be next year, thankfully.
Well, fingers crossed, mate. Like, I was just talking to an Arsenal mate who's just messaging me. It'd be the biggest fuck up of all time, wouldn't it? It'd be bigger than Emre if we fuck this one up.
Oh, don't say.
But it would be, wouldn't it? It'd be.
It would. Let's be honest, it would be. But I can't say.
Nah.
Unless we cut from this tournament alone, get injuries throughout the entire of the core of our 11, we should be fine.
Does it worry you though? Like, now looking at it, like, don't get me wrong, I was sitting there half thinking, Saka might just come on in games. Now we started the first game, you sit there and think, this could be a bit different. He could be playing about 6-7 games between. But then you look at it, right? You sit there and think, there's the other side of looking at it, where you think, do you know what? These guys would have been playing 6 or 7 games anyway between now and Christmas.
Yeah. No, exactly. And it's the only difference is they're doing it for the country instead of the cup, obviously, but they would have been doing it anyway for the World Cup. The only difference is it's partway through the season. So if anything, this is normal to them. If anything, this would be normal to them in terms of how not intense, but how regular they're playing. Anyway, so it shouldn't be anything new for Saka as well, because he's been playing regularly for the last 2.5, 3 years nearly.
Do you think? I don't think there's no chance he rotates on Friday, but does he?
I don't think he will. I think he'll.
No.
I think no matter no matter what happens tonight in this game here we're doing now, he'll want to get that all but qualified on Friday night, and he might rotate for the Wales game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But even still, like, I was thinking about this as well. As long as we got the goal difference, just take for example, right?
Yeah.
What we probably want now is for Wales, for USA to just slightly beat Wales, like say 1-0 for example. We've already got the 4-goal head start. As long as we beat USA, right? Unless Wales beat Iran by about 3-4 goals, I think going into that Wales game, like as long as USA win tonight and Wales are literally just sitting there or thereabouts, like no one should overtake us on goal difference. So by the time we play our second game, we should be in a situation where we're pretty much topping the group, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think that I don't think you should be rotating whatsoever.
Look at that images from the States, by the way. They're showing us that footage of it and that goal winning. I wonder if Gay is there.
Well, I actually honestly thought he might be here tonight, representing the country, and I'm sorely let down.
I think he's got work at the moment, so he's flicking in and out. When
he could show his face still, though, couldn't he?
Don't shoot the messenger.
What I want to ask is he here Friday?
Oh, he's here Friday, 100%. Have you got hold of your guy, by the way?
Pardon?
If you got hold of your guy for Friday.
Let's have a see. We should see if we are. He's never done one.
That's what makes a big. So this guy's not outnumbered.
Yeah, the problem is though, they work, don't they? When these games are on, they're working, aren't they?
Yeah, Far's on way. He's 100% committed for Friday.
Yeah, I think so. I've got quite a few Americans who follow me on Twitter, mate. I'm all up for upsetting them on Friday. I'm sure they're all up for upsetting me as well.
Oh, mate. So much build-up's gone into this game on Friday over the last 12 months.
Wow. Well, once that draw happened, mate, and me and Gary were sitting on it on that Friday night at 5 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, dear.
Cry Your Eyes, mate. That's a song that's going to be played to someone on Friday night.
Just, yeah, Cry Your Eyes, mate. The Streets, yeah, 2005. Or 2004, one of the two.
Stefan's asking a good question. Where did Gary go? Exactly.
Oh, I don't know. He was celebrating the goal and he disappeared.
He celebrated and he went again.
He's like, I want more, bye.
They've cut down, ain't they, the amount of pundits they have. I'm sure they used to have 4 each at the old World Cup. Now it's only 3.
Yeah.
Roy Keane looks as happy as ever.
Well, he's Irish. He's got contact. He's got his punditry.
Yeah, you know. The
Yeah.
Irish and the Scots are the best spectators at this World Cup.
Yeah. Oh dear. What was it? Eddie McCoist was doing the co-commentary for the Holland game against Senegal on ITV earlier.
They scored a late goal, didn't they, Holland?
2 late goals in the end. 84th minute and the 90.
That's probably good news for us, though, isn't it? We want them to top the group, really, don't we?
I don't mind who we get in that. Yeah, I don't mind who we get from that group, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm not sure about Holland still.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we should on our day on paper as well.
I reckon we get Ecuador.
Oh yeah, I don't see Qatar.
Qatar ain't getting there, mate, and I don't think Senegal. I think Mane's a big disadvantage for Senegal. I think we get Ecuador.
There's a shout from us in the chat. Stop crying your heart out, Oasis.
Bring me your best crying songs, guys. Bring you your best crying songs. We can set them all up for Gary on Friday. Only joking with you, Gaza.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'll say Holland are the strongest team you'd think in that group. Then you've got Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar.
They looked all right coming forward though, Ecuador, but you don't know how much of that was that Qatar was just shit.
We'll find out on Friday, won't we? Because who was it? I think it was Senegal play Qatar and Ecuador versus the Netherlands. I think it is. Double checking a sec, actually.
I know I had the volume down today because obviously I didn't really get to put the volume up. But what was the atmosphere like?
Well, for our game,
yeah.
You can hear the England fans, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like a normal World Cup England fans going up. Fans in general, it was very timid.
Yeah.
It turns out fans that had travelled all the way there, being told they weren't going to, they're given e-tickets on the official FIFA app. Got all the way there, queuing up, and the app's broken down. The app broke down.
No,
and even though they could prove to the right, obviously the ticket inspectors and all that they've got genuine tickets, like they've got the emails up and this, that, and the other. No, it can't let you in. Got no way letting you in. We need to scan off the actual app to get you in.
That's the problem with these app nowadays, mate. That's like my season ticket sitting on the Arsenal thing. If you lose your phone, you ain't got your card, you're screwed, isn't you? All you got to do is your phone's got to die, and you're in a shit situation, isn't you?
Yeah.
There's another one from Russ, The Crying Game by Boy George.
What about Quine?
Quine. I'm gonna have a look up some.
Oh dear! If you know Only Fools and Horses, you know the reference.
Roy Orbison done a song called "Crying."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, Only Fools and Horses. Del Boy goes and gets that singer, but he can't pronounce his R's.
Oh mate, that's brilliant.
Over you.
You can't beat. I see him today. He was on. What was he on earlier on? He was on something. I think he was on Lorraine as it goes. I thought it was a 10 o'clock game, but it weren't. Don't know why I did, but he was on there. He's looking old now, though, old David Jason.
He's in his 90s, isn't he, as well? So yeah,
He's in his 80s, isn't he?
yeah, he's getting on now. What was it? Did you hear about this? Was it the guy that used to play the Tommy Oliver in Power Rangers?
Yeah, he killed himself, didn't he?
Yeah, that's come out over the weekend. Yeah,
It's awful, that is.
he's just lost his mum as well in the last week or so, apparently.
Well, just having a look, yeah. Well, I called old Quincy out earlier on. I put Quincy, you're now officially a rival.
For the next 6 days.
Do you like this one? Someone put seeing England 6-2 is normally followed by Joe Root coming out the crease to us out some shit again.
Oh dear. Oh. Oh, James Binns has put a tweet out that says Timothy Ray, the guy that scored for USA, is a boyhood Arsenal fan who grew up idolising Theo Walcott. Yes, footballers are too young these days. That was the sort of goal his hero scored a fair few times.
That's cracked me up. Sorry, I've just read something on the chat.
Oh, about
Stefan.
From Stefan, yeah. Cry Me a River as well from Justin Timberlake.
Cry Me a River, there's a good one. Old Timberlake. Oh, Russ is on it tonight, isn't he?
What about Cry Me a River, Michael Bublé as well? The more smoother version. The non I'm going to stalk your video version.
Look at that geezer, mate. There's a Welsh geezer asleep. See that?
Yeah.
Fucking best
spends all that money to go to Qatar.
They fucking put to sleep during the game. He can't even claim that he's pissed out of his head, can he?
No, he can't. Well, that's another thing that's going about on some report that one of the journos that has gone to this game. He's gone there wearing a pride t-shirt with a heart and the rainbow colours around in a circle going around, but the rainbow colours are coloured in. They wouldn't let him in.
Well, it's a joke, isn't it?
He said that.
Do you know what does make me laugh though? We all know what Stefan does 8:30 every morning.
That's a scary thing now, yeah. Oh my god!
I bet he's got ITV Player on his phone and everything, hasn't it?
I'm just reading what Troy's saying about Mr. Bungle and his other and Mr. Bungle's other half. I'm concerned about that one. Can't read that.
No. Jesus Christ! I'd like to know where you can get one for $3.50 nowadays. If you can tell me where that is, mate, I'm straight in. Quid's in. $3.50.
Oh dear.
They don't look with it, wows, do they?
No, not at all. It made us something. Kiefer Moore's gone off. Oh, Dan James got taken off for Kiefer Moore. Just seeing that now.
Old Johnny Hartson.
Yeah, full Maguna.
Yeah.
He's always going to commentate this game, wasn't he? From a Welsh perspective.
Scored in a Cup Winners' Cup final, didn't he?
Yeah.
A losing one, by mind you, but he still scored.
I say not the one we won.
That is probably one of the worst nights of my life, that is, that night.
Well, did you watch the Holland game earlier? Or was you?
No, I didn't see it, mate. I didn't see it.
I had it on, and my brother come down and get himself sorted for work and all that. And as he's coming down, Frankie de Jong has grabbed a syndicate. I can't remember who the player was, but he grabs the player by the old crown jewels.
Does he?
Yeah, and the player couldn't. And it was that. Obviously, it was that shook the player, and it must have made a proper grab of things. He had to go off.
Oh, wow. That should be a straight red card nowadays, shouldn't it, really? Do you remember how Billy Jones done it to old Gaza?
Oh, Gaza from behind, like, yeah.
That is the last person you want grabbing your gonads, in it, is old Billy Jones. Jesus.
Also, yeah, Jack Grealish, he said the race was dedicated to a young City fan, apparently, for his goal today.
Who's that?
Jack Grealish scored a goal today, and he said the celebration was a dedication to a City fan he's met, a young kid that's got a cerebral palsy.
Oh, fair play to him. It's the only goal Jack Grealish has scored in the World Cup, by the way.
I think it's his first, isn't it? So can't really ever go. But not a bad one either in terms of obviously team play and all that.
It's a funny one, Jack Grealish, isn't he? Because everyone thought he'd get into the England team and think.
It's also when he signs for City, we all think the cynical side of us thinking this ain't going to work out. This ain't going to work out. We had the media going, "Oh, he's going to kick on now to the next level." He hasn't really had that chance yet, has he?
And the problem is, mate, when you got Saka and Sterling, that score goals. Do you know what I mean? That's the game changer, isn't it? They score goals they're scoring goals, and the thing is with Grealish, he looks good on a ball and all that, but his stats never been there. And whether that's because the way he plays or whether the way Guardiola wants him to play, he don't score goals, does he?
No. Well, you see Alex Scott, by the way, because obviously the armband situation, armband gate. So he's basically he's got. I'm assuming she asked for it. She's got it. The One Love armband, and she had it.
Oh yeah,
strapped it on arm, didn't she?
Did she?
Doing her broadcasting for the BBC for the England game earlier. So when they've gone live over to her in the stadium, she's there in her blue dress, but she's got the captain's armband on, as in the one that we were planning to wear.
Fair play to her. They totally ripped them to pieces, didn't they, yesterday?
Yeah. Well, Turner got away one there. Bloody hell, just a tad.
I do like Grealish as a player. I'm not saying I don't. I do like Grealish. I think he's a great player. But if you look at it,
I sent you a couple of tweets. I sent a couple of tweets over to your WhatsApp.
Emil Smith-Rowe is probably more productive in terms of goal scoring, isn't he?
Yeah. Again, because with Smith-Rowe, he's playing for a team that not just demands it from every player, but just in general.
Do you think he's going to have a big impact second half of the season?
Flowing, it's more of a team effort. It's not individuals trying to outscore each other.
Nah. Do you think he'll have a big impact second half of the season, Smith-Rowe?
I reckon so. Yeah, he's better. I think he barely played at the start of the season, so he's going to be young. He's going to be that. That's just
he's lucky, mate.
But no, he's going to be fresh, raring to go, and hungry, and he's going to be proving a point now.
This is the luxury now that he's got. He's basically having a pre-season now, isn't he? He'll play a few friendlies and all that, and I think he'll make an impact second half of the season.
Yeah, I didn't catch what you said there. Sorry, it was breaking up for a second. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I think with Emil Smith Rowe, like he's in a luxury situation where you never have this chance to have a pre-season this time of year.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I think Grealish should play the Xhaka role?
Yeah, possible. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
He could.
Go on. Yeah, sorry.
Whether you could get away with him playing that role, I don't know.
Got dinner in the oven.
I just put it there. I'm watching this.
Oh, okay.
He could play the number. He could play number 8 role. The only problem with that is you would need the right kind of centre mid. You need an absolute right centre midfielder for him to play with, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But confident. Yeah. We'll see how it plays out. Won't we? But I think might be able. I don't see it doing an issue. To be honest, it'll free up a bit more time with Martinelli as well, and Odegaard and Fabio Vieira because of how versatile Smith Rowe can be.
Garlic bread.
Look at this! Look at this, Russ. They'll makeshift garlic bread, mate. Look what she's done. Oh, here comes your spag bowl, mate. Look at this. Absolutely happy days.
Life of luxury you've got, bloody hell.
Wife to be material.
Wife to be material, that is.
Because since she has COVID, fair play to her.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I have been daddy childcare and working at the same time. I think I deserve it.
Suddenly we see a bowl coming across the room.
That's quite good.
Oh dear. Oh dear. How's she anyway? She getting any better now?
Yeah, she's much better than yesterday, mate. To be fair, I think with COVID nowadays, I think you get it's the first initial for 2-3 days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be all right by about Wednesday. I need to get out of the house, mate. I'm going to lie to you. I need to get out of the house.
Oh dear, Sam's joined us in the chat. It says, evening lads, it's been a bit quiet around it. It looks like I need to liven things up a bit. Knock yourself out. Gary's disappeared somewhere. USA score, he celebrated and disappeared. So
Sam, find me Gary and then we'll liven things up with him. Not where's Wally, where's Gary?
Oh dear.
Imagine we get into a situation on Friday night, like a bit like the old Aston Villa game.
Oh god. Who do I put on the big screen?
Gary's gone missing, mate.
Oh dear.
We're actually expecting much better from Gary. I know you all did as well. Sorry, guys, I've got to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, no worries. It's cool. Oh dear. How come this game is dead?
What's the games tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we've got Argentina playing Saudi Arabia.
I'm interested to see how the RGs do.
Oh,
Spain a second.
Let's have a look.
They should spank the Saudi Arabians, though, shouldn't they?
It should be an objective word. Yeah, Argentina versus Saudi Arabia at 10 a.m. Then at 1 p.m.
Wait a minute. Sorry, have you heard what he's come back with?
We literally have been calling that USA the entire time. And praise them as well along the way, every now and then.
I've even stopped eating my food for you now, Gary. I've even stopped eating my food for you. Get yourself on. Just for a couple minutes, get yourself on. Just for a little chat.
I'll see you two tits and I get you a bum together.
I reckon you should do a build-up show.
So go start maybe a bit earlier then.
Well, whatever you want to do, mate. I think there's got to be a build-up to this one, isn't there?
Yeah. I'll figure something out. 1 p.m. we've got Denmark versus Tunisia.
Sure, that'd be
4
interesting.
4 p.m. Mexico versus Poland.
Oh God.
And then 7 o'clock, the last game of the day, France versus Australia.
That'd be France, Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Wednesday, Morocco versus Croatia. Germany versus Japan. Spain versus Costa Rica. Belgium versus Canada.
Fuck. Do you know what though? Right, these fucking group stages are pretty fucking dire, aren't they?
They are good. Yeah. The quality of teams.
When you sit there, you think there's not one of them games where we don't know who the winner's going to be. Basically, like this is probably one of the only games where you couldn't have sat there 100% and said who the winner's going to be.
Yeah, good point actually. And then was it Thursday? The last load of groups is Switzerland versus Cameroon, Uruguay versus Korea Republic, Portugal versus Ghana, Brazil versus Serbia. And then the groups, and it all restarts again. The second match days on from Friday onwards.
That's not a bad game, is it? Brazil, Serbia.
Not a bad one at all,
mate.
Just gonna leave that there for you.
Absolutely.
Look forward to the next World Cup when even more teams. So we've got even more teams, so we can watch the mighty nations like Trinidad and Tobago tear it up against Guatemala. Oh,
it's not really entertaining, though, is it?
No, not really. But that's what the group. As I think someone mentioned before, the group stages are like that. Unless it's like you don't really get a group of destiny or like 2002. When England qualified for the 2002 World Cup, you had us, Sweden, Argentina, and there's Gary. He's not happy with me.
And I just muted Liam because I don't want to hear what he has to say.
Out of my hands now.
You've been muted. I can't hear you. What are you saying, Liam? Tell me.
Firstly, what I like to say, take that English hat off your head, because that is an English club. Get it off your head first of all, and get yourself get yourself a Stan Conker kind of hat on your head.
I know this is banter, but you take it a little too far.
Mate, this is war now, mate. It's banter's out the window, mate.
You guys are being like the worst Americans out there in the world to compare me to. Come on, be nice a little bit, just a little.
I'm going to call you Uncle Stan from now on.
Man, this hurts me, man. This hurts.
This is a good result for you, mate. If you see this through, I think this is a big result for you.
If you guys play them, what do you think they're going to do to you? They're going to bring on like 13 players more and sit behind the ball. They don't want any of this. Think about it. You guys are much better offensively. I believe we're better defensively because we don't have the fridge. But they're not going to want to play around with you guys, especially if it's the third game. They're not going to get any.
You might get a rest. The Fish might get a rest on Friday because he went off with a bit of a headedness, so we say, because of the weather. So
I think Wales been pretty dire, to be fair, don't you?
Yeah, no, I mean they're playing. This is how they're going to have to play, right? Your two best players are like your oldest players, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of you got Ramsey and Bale, the ones that are going to give you anything in this match, and they can't do it. So.
Wrong age of 30 now, don't they?
Yeah. No, this is. People said that Wales weren't going to come to play today, and they've shown it. They can't. When they open up just a little bit, you see.
Yeah.
Attacks going. So.
Well,
I think we should be better than this, but I think they're playing. This is exactly how they wanted to play this. So.
The problem is with this game, as I said before. Whoever loses this game has got to go and beat England.
Yeah, no, that's not. U.S. can have a chance, but I don't. This is the more important. Only showing you winning. What are you talking about, Colonel? Man, Man, I'm telling you, you guys are ruthless, man. I wish I knew a little bit about your history so I could pick somebody. I know you know somebody I could pick and like go, don't you ever call me that name again. There's a Brit out there with that name that you don't like. I know he is. I know they're out there.
There's quite a few actually, to be honest, at the moment.
Yeah.
It's good to see you on though, Gary. I was pretty disappointed that I thought you might not show your face.
I got this thing, right? Work. You know what it does.
I did say
No, I was
this.
on earlier on. I get it. I was on first off.
Yeah. No, I
It's hard though.
and I was out on Friday, so I was kind of trying to make up for
it's
lost
hard,
time, you know. So
it is hard to get on. I found that today, to be fair.
yeah. And this game is boring as it is. This game is boring as it is, so it's hard to even say, you know what? You know.
He's still winning though. He's just not dealing.
Oh, that looks like he got him. I think he got him on the leg. This official won't give us anything, man. If it's a 50-50, it's going Wales' way. You know that.
No, but the thing is, he's trigger happy with his cards though, isn't he?
Now, I mean, if the guy doesn't stick his leg out, it's. Oh, it doesn't even touch him. Pulisic.
To be fair though, as long as America see this through, we've got Matt Turner and Saka who are flying the flag today.
For the Arsenal, yeah.
I do like. I actually quite like Matt Turner. I think he done well in the games he played.
No, you know, I think he just. I mean, he's not Leno. That's the problem. He's not even he's not even like a little Leno. He's just he's a totally different player. Like totally different. So did he hurt himself?
Oh, I reckon you should send him off for that, don't you? Right.
Well,
you guys are a little bit ahead of me.
Gareth Bale's making the word in now. Like this, I'll tell you, this ref is trigger happy with his cards. You know what? Known VAR get involved. Anything's possible. Let's be honest.
Mm.
We've got Aaron Ramsey and Wilson sending over this free kick though for Wales.
Oh, come on. What just happened there? I lost my feed for a little bit.
Argentina's playing. Yeah, 10 a.m. Playing. Oh, 10 a.m. UK time anyway.
Oh, good goal. That wasn't a bad ball in.
Oh. What a save, Turner.
Oh, here we go.
Gets a Tottenham versus the Gooner lad. Ben Davies of Tottenham gets the header in there, and Turner's there with a strong hand, pushes it over the bar.
And that's the problem. Like you're keeping this thing too close. They're not going to beat you in open play.
America's greatest player of all time, Gary.
I just had to see that. Greatest player of all time?
Oh, Jesus.
Keep them all again.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. Greatest player?
Greatest American player, you would say.
Got a couple out there.
I mean, I know you guys are making fun of Landon Donovan, but I mean...
Oh, he was a quality... Let's be honest, he was a quality player.
Yeah. I mean...
Do you remember Alexi Lalas, mate? That was in that 94, weren't it?
Yeah, no, he's definitely a character, but a top player, not so much.
Yeah, Landon Donovan done all right, didn't he, for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I actually did like Dempsey, for a bit. But I don't think he's Landon Donovan, So
Dempsey, yeah.
Yeah.
Freddie Adu, says Sam. Jesus Christ.
Would he be your biggest flop of all time, Freddie Adu?
Yeah, that's probably the world's biggest flop, man.
Yeah. Word at his feet, potential to be something. And just everything went to his head.
Yeah, or he just never had it, you know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Medford, New Jersey. That guy's like right up the street from me.
Clint Dempsey. That's a good shout in the chat.
Do you remember the old newspaper articles when Carlos Vela? Like,
Yeah.
they reckon he was going to be the biggest thing ever, didn't they?
Yeah.
Thing is, mate, he had ability as well, didn't he? He scored a lot of goals in the American League, didn't he, Carlos
Yeah,
Vela?
still there.
Yeah.
He's at LAFC this season.
He had the ability. It was just, I don't know, mate. Obviously, he just didn't cut it in the end, but he had the ability there to be a good player.
Yeah. Pulisic might have played on some of the bigger teams, but if you think about where Landon Donovan and Clint Dempsey played, they didn't even play on some of the biggest teams in the league they were in, right? So
Mate,
I think Landon Donovan did more with the what he was given in terms of the leagues and the teams he's played for. You know, Pulisic should be way better than him, and you wouldn't really know it, you know?
Do you know what? It's a weird one with Pulisic. Right. When we played him in that cup final, when obviously the pandemic, he was the player off bid, and then went off, didn't he? And then like the game was over when he went off.
Well, they were threatening us, right? I mean,
what?
Final, they were threatening us. I mean, he pulled up. Just if he was able to go a couple more steps, who knows what would have happened?
Yeah. But I used to think that, you know what, he's going to be a great player. But ever since that day, mate, I don't know whether it was that injury, but he's never really been the same for Chelsea, is he?
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's the problem. The fact that he pulls up in the most opportune moments, like he scores that and goes down. Maybe the game finishes up differently, but he never gets that chance because he's already on the ground.
Never mind, eh? The cup came home.
Yep.
Rocket was ever going to go to that side of London anyway.
And old Pierre ate touch of Bamiyang, brought it home.
Well, you know what? Yeah, he got your cup. So
exactly,
he got your cup. Yeah.
Oh dear God!
Somebody put Pele up. We're talking
about. He's got some eyebrows on him. Old Matt Turner. I never noticed that before. Fucking thick ass eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's saying something when I talk about guys' eyebrows over the footballing ability of this game. So here comes some subs though for the US of A. Just a few.
I wonder how many Brazilians will turn up in Qatar.
I'm saying nothing to that comment. Oh dear.
So we look we look like the tired team right now. I mean, they're spending so much time on the ball, and that's the problem. Like they got that. You guys talk about the old man how to fit. Sometimes, especially the ones that are on this pitch, know that they can finish up. They're like, well, you know what? I got 20 more minutes. I'll give me all I got. Especially the fact that you're only down a goal. Right? These youngsters don't see that. That's they should be finishing this thing off.
Yeah, to be fair, Wales have had a few chances, didn't they, from set pieces and all that.
Well, that's how they're going to beat you, right? They beat this team anyways, because
handball, possibly.
I still can't believe Harry Maguire's penalty weren't given today.
I guess at some point they figured, there's a lot of goals being scored. You can't do it. It's like the Bale pull up lane there. Got these old guys doing pirouettes.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, look at that! He's limping already.
Imagine that, Pulisic and Bale both out after today's game.
Sorry, go, but want the wins.
No, this is they weren't going to be able to play 3 matches anyways, right? I mean, there's no way they're going to play not 3 matches with England being the third one. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? You don't bring them to play against They were on.
Kobe Jones, there's a name for you.
Kobe Jones. He was all right, but not at that level. Come on. Come on. There's not that many. It's not like we got like tons,
Did he
right?
play for Coventry or something?
Quite a minute now. Been that
Am I
long.
thinking wrong?
I'll have a look in a sec
Oh.
for you.
And Bell
Let me have a look.
he got a hand to the face and everything. Bell's
Did
just using everything.
Did he
Sam
play
saying,
for Coventry?
Sam in the chat, we're doing that. So far, not many fans from the countries playing actually in the grounds. Most are local, probably threatened to show up by the local authorities. These are the
Mate.
words of Sam and Sam alone, allegedly.
There you go. Kobe Jones played 24 games for Coventry.
24. So that puts him in the running.
He was an LA Galaxy legend, though, wasn't he?
You giving LA Galaxy credit?
Mate, he scored 70 goals in 306 games for old LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
In that case, Bradley White Phillips is an absolute icon of football then, because he came to the MLS and smashed it, but couldn't do it over here.
Yeah, that does kind of put things in perspective, don't it?
Just saying. But yeah, New York, he is a Bradley is a Red Bull legend.
It was quite interesting after that World Cup, weren't it, in America? Because obviously a lot of players then come over that weren't really great players, but not just from America, from different nations. I think it was the first time that English clubs would start buying quite a few foreign players, and I think that come out that World Cup that we sadly wasn't in.
Yeah, because we had an idiot as a head coach who didn't know what he's doing. Quite literally.
The old turnip.
Fucking Mike Bassett would have been literally Mike Bassett. The character would have been more better option.
No.
Get to the World Cup than him.
He was a dreadful manager for England, wasn't he?
It just didn't work, did it? There you go. Pub quiz question from Sam in the chat says American John Harkes played Arsenal 3 times in the same season at Wembley. When and why?
1993, we played in the FA Cup final replay, and the League Cup final. And he scored the first goal in the League Cup final.
I'm assuming that's your answer, Sam.
Next. Andy Linnigan. The two most unlikely goal scorers that year in Cup final history, innit? Andy Linnigan and Steve Morrow.
Yeah.
Steve Morrow, he was out in America, weren't he? Managing and all that, weren't he?
At one point, yes, recently. So, yeah. I remember seeing a thing where he was talking about that, yeah.
He was out there, weren't he?
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad player, John Arks.
You got to feel, going back to Morrow, Steve Morrow, you got to feel sorry for him. Scores a winning goal in the cup final, then he gets rushed to hospital because Tony Adams drops him on his arse. Well, more precisely, he's on his arm and broke his arm basically.
David Linnigan.
Yeah, Linnigan, yeah.
David Linnigan. Andy Linnigan played for Palace as well, didn't he?
I think so.
I mean, he went there after Arsenal, I think.
Oh.
94, 95, something like that.
Stefan says Andy's brother played for Ipswich. If you say Clinic had more foot up front, it'd be fucking lethal, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean they've think about it. They've taken more shots than we have. That's how bad it's gotten in the second half.
But you've had more chances in terms of creating. But they're just seeing more clinical because they've got I don't know.
Do you know what though, mate? I can't see Wales scoring at the moment. Strangely, still though.
No.
Well, that's the thing. They're not going to score an open play, right? They have to run all the way down the pitch. That's not going to happen. And America's falling right into their, falling right into the plans of getting them free kicks. They've been the most threatening on the free kicks.
Russ in the chat says USA have always had decent keepers. Brad Friedel and Tim Howard.
Yeah, I mean they both played in the Premier League right at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
It's the number 1 and 2 goalkeepers in the U.S.
Would you say Brad Fiedel was your best ever goalkeeper?
I actually did like Howard. To tell you
Did
the
ya?
truth, I did. I know Brad Fiedel. I mean, Brad Fiedel was around basically when when the wheels started to fall off, right? So
Yeah.
so he didn't get his chance.
Corner for USA. Could be the first man. Oh,
Yeah.
beats the first
No,
man.
the fact that Turner has to come off the bench for Arsenal and is still the number 1 goalkeeper, and Stefan is where now, right? And he was the number 1, or fighting for one at one point. Says it all about the goalkeeping. So
I'll tell you one thing though, Gal. At least if you win today, yeah, right? You haven't got the embarrassment of us knocking you out live on air.
That's true. Positives, guys. Positives.
Yeah.
And then after that, after you play, you got a run, and that's a foregone conclusion, surely.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I think this is a massive one for Wales. America can see this out.
For sure. We got to put more pressure on these guys. They're going to give us the ball. We put pressure on them.
Surely this USA team ain't going to do what the 98 USA team did in the World Cup and lose to Iran. Surely not.
No, hopefully these guys don't know anything about that.
Do you know what I'd be pissed to be right now? An Italian. All right. You see all the shit in this World Cup, mate. They didn't even make it.
Yeah.
They did all the hard work of winning the Euros, give it all the big IM, it come in Rome and all that, give it the big IM. And they got knocked out to fucking, was it Montenegro knocked them out or something like that?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then Montenegro got knocked out by Portugal. Montenegro?
Yeah, again, though, it shows that we played negative tactics to that final. I think we should have taken it into the cleaners.
Yeah, I was saying earlier.
You couldn't have let you had to finish it off in 90. It made no sense to let it go any further than that. And you had the depth to do all of that. You had all the attacking options on the bench. Yeah. Everything was there. Like, what more do you want? They weren't going to hurt you. And then
exactly. We covered that final. Yeah, Gary, we covered that final. We were all us, me, yourself, and Andrew was all scratching our heads after 1-0 up. That tactically, just put the handbrakes on. Okay, we're 1-0 up. Put the handbrake on. It now let Italy back into the game. And we realised we fucked up. You couldn't tactically switch it back.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like, don't get me wrong. When we played Germany in '96, we lost them. I'm going to shootouts. At least we were playing like the best team probably in Europe, if not the world at that point, right? And you kind of accept the way we play, and we could have beat them. We created much more chances in that game than what we did in that final against Italy. But against Italy, we didn't need you're at home. You got 90,000 fans behind you, right, or whatever it was. It weren't 90 at the time, was it? But you've got so many fans behind you. And we're playing free at the back against them. We don't need to be playing free at the back against teams like Italy. And it's just proven now, mate. They couldn't even get out and get to the World Cup. Just a massive opportunity.
Penalty.
Oh, it's a penalty!
Penalty to Wales. This will go to VAR to check, though. Gareth Bale
no, it's a penalty, mate, all day long.
Yeah, but Gareth Bale was the man that was fouled. They will check it just to make sure there's nothing they've missed and all that jazz. Oh, what was Tim Ring doing?
What is he doing there, man?
This is a huge, huge lifeline. And 10 minutes to go in this game now. We all know Gareth Bale's taking it. No pressure, Matt. No pressure at all. I don't know what your penalty record's like, but no pressure. I'm sorry, what was Tim doing? What was he doing? Just throws himself in like that.
Well, we did say that the only way they were going to score was from a set piece.
Like, what is he doing? I mean, you can't go between two offensive players' legs in the box. I don't know. I don't know where you learned your football. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying, what was going on.
I'm gonna go between your legs. Yeah.
Here we go. Biggest
This
penalty
opens
they've
this
had
group
for
right.
4 years.
This really opens this group right up now.
Well, for them two anyway.
Do you know what it might come down to? Who don't get spanked by England the most?
Goal difference wise, head to head as well. Goal difference, yeah. Here we go. The big pressure man, the big pressure moment for his country.
He's been there, done it in Euro finals.
Yeah. For the last 10 plus years as well against Matt Turner. Oh, he almost got it as well, but 1-1.
Oh, that's a great penalty. That is a great penalty, man.
Turner, to be fair to Turner, he goes the right way, gets hands to it, but it's too much power in that. Too much power.
I don't think Wales have played well, but they have created the chances in the second half.
Well, they played exactly the way they needed to play, and America let them.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they needed to play. The game's late. They're only down a goal. This is a
that defender was absolute crap. Well, that defender plays for them.
That's the problem with that's a problem with this.
Oh, the way Tim Reed's going, no, as he goes right in the back of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, literally. It's no.
Mate, to be fair, mate, he got across well there.
Yeah, he got across. He got hands to it. It's just there's so much power that he would have to have had the hands of complete steel to keep.
And the US being young now, they could actually lose this.
I don't know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is a mental game now.
Yeah, it's a big 10 minutes, isn't this, mate? So we've had Gareth Bale and George Ware score.
Yeah.
So you guys want me to come on? You're happy now? This is what you wanted, Liam? You got what you wanted.
Have you seen it? He's starting on me. He's starting on me.
Yeah, you were going off on me for like the entire time I was sitting there.
Oh, he's starting on me, people. You've seen it first and fastest. Gary has switched on me. Mate, I ain't Tim Ream. I ain't the one who was in the back of him.
You might as well be Tim Ream to me right now. I'm not happy with that guy either.
But it's good that you're on what happened.
Well, I told you this is not looking good because we're playing right into their hand, and everything about that was happening. It was going to come.
We did say this is one of the hardest games so far in the World Cup to predict a winner. To be fair,
yeah, because the US is too young. They don't have any senior leadership right now.
But Gary, I understand if you want to take your frustrations out on me, mate. I'm your man.
You deserve it. Now stop. Stop.
That's all good. Gary is completely ill-turned. I'm going to start calling you Stone Cold, mate.
Yeah. I'm not getting nervous. I go by what I see, and I haven't liked this second half at all. Not at all, man. This does not look good at all.
A draw is the best result for England. A draw is a great result for England.
Yeah.
Says Russ and Chris in the chat. Canadian friend says Gary's starting to get nervous now.
Nervous, yeah.
Mate, that's one of the best moments I've had on here, mate. He just completely done a heel turn on me.
No, I wasn't too happy. No. You're like piling on. Now finally, I'm like done.
They're all coming now. Even our members are coming at you now.
And everybody's going after me. I don't know. I have no friends in this thing. Yeah.
Wait.
Can't have a big circle of comedy in this sport.
I know.
Every nation for himself. Cool. Can you imagine if America score now? He'd go mad.
Yeah. I'll just smile at you. That's all. Just smile.
Yeah. Mate, you're treating me like I'm Welsh. Now, to be fair, mate, the old dear does live in Wales, funnily enough, but I am English through and through.
Yeah. No, Sam's got it right there. Yeah, there you go. Chris
Nicks, yeah.
Yeah. He bends down. Next thing you know, I'm drop kicking him.
Mate, I'm gonna find some gifts tonight,
He's gonna like bend down, and I'm just gonna be like, Nah. I'm not touching your hand.
I would kind of like to see, mate. I'd like to see you. No, I don't care what way it goes, but I'd like to see a go either way. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm scared it could go the other way. That's for sure.
If it goes your way, I'd like to see you give it the big one.
Oh, he will, trust me. That's what the abuse he's getting in the chat.
Yeah.
Ball in.
Come on.
Go for it a bit more. Come on, lads.
It'd be in WrestleMania soon, that bloke.
Nah, if Wales loses this at the end, that's going to be it for their World Cup.
Mm.
They wouldn't be able to beat Iran by enough goals to make it feel good.
This could literally go down to who does better against England. Now, both nations. But don't worry, Gary. You'll be goading the English on when England play Wales in the last game. You'll be my best buddy.
Yeah, he'll be here going, "Come on, England, come on!"
Pat me on the back and all that.
Whilst literally on another stream.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Ryan. I don't know.
On a third game, both games will be literally played at the same time.
Can I get like 10 minutes of extra time like earlier today?
You'll have
That didn't do us any good, did it? We conceded in the 10 minutes.
You have both games that go, "Come on, England, come on, England. I need you to win. I need you to win. We're beating them. We're doing our bit against Iran, but we need you to win. Need you to win." As soon as Wales score, for fuck's sake, England, one job. Oh, Rambo. Good hands. Good hands.
Go handled it, Turner.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. They're saying the wrong things.
He'll get his Harry Kane scarf out. Oh, God. I don't think he's that desperate. I don't think he's that desperate for England to win. There we go. Oh, no. Oh. Keeper should have caught that. Back in.
Oh, he should have caught that. That's awful goalkeeping. Who's in goal for them?
Wayne Hennessy.
Nah.
Wales on the attack, though. Good hands from Turner again.
Good save. They're looking dangerous. Wales on the counter, though, aren't they?
Yeah, that pace.
Well, this is pretty end to end now, mate.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it, Wilson. Pretend you're injured. That he injured you, not him.
How do they get beat like that?
Oh, dear. How much injury time do you think would be given by Qatar today in this game? We've had 10 minutes, 14 minutes, 10 minutes.
There aren't many injuries in this game, though, is there?
There wasn't in the Holland game. The Holland game got 10 minutes. That's what 8 minutes. Sorry, Holland game got. There was no stoppages and all that. It was so you never know.
Try to drag out the World Cup as much as possible, and he's never going back there.
Just got to love the fact that literally we're 4 games in now, and there's been blocks of empty seats in every stadium so far. What another World substitution
I expected that, though, didn't you?
What's that?
I expected it, though.
Yeah. No. I've got to say, it can't be 9 minutes. Behave yourself.
I was going to say, is that 9 minutes then?
I've got to say, that no, it can't be the case. Surely not. I don't know. No one's come on yet.
Man, is that 9 minutes?
I'm telling you, something's weird going on. If that's the case, something's weird's going on.
There was 10 minutes with no injuries. So,
where's the 9 minutes come from, though?
Mate, where are they getting all these times from?
Jesus Christ.
Well, it could be a winner here, mate. Last time I remember 9 minutes, mate, Man City were 1-0 against Brentford. How did that one end up?
Yeah, exactly. 97.
Exactly that. That made you happy, didn't it, Gary?
Well, hopefully we got something. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. So
You
You
never
had to
know.
hold out.
Mate. Have the faith. I mean, you've got the ball at the moment. Ball in. Bit scrappy.
Oh.
A bit ping pong there. Don't shoot, you moron. Oh, Ampadu's gone. Ethan Ampadu has gone down after the 50-50 challenge of going for the ball. He's got a dead leg now. In the aftermath of
Cramp,
it.
isn't he?
Yeah. But it's also, I think it's dead leg. I think literally the contact made, his legs have gone, and he tried carrying on, but it's just gone.
We're going to be going right into the 101st minute again, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Ouch. Jesus. And that's on the shin pad as well. So, yeah, it's a dead leg.
Oh.
Dead leg. Thompson's coming on. Don't know who he plays for. I'll be honest. But Harry Wilson's gone off, or going off. So in the chat says 9 minutes. Did they get the rest on that 5p an hour from Bangladesh as well?
That's a joke, isn't it, Gary?
I didn't think that's we saw it already today, so I'm not surprised, right?
I mean, we saw it already in the first game because it was needed 14 minutes of the first
No. In the second half, it was like 8 or 9 minutes. There was no
10 minutes,
no injuries in the second half, if I recall.
No,
and it was still over 8 minutes. I mean, how is that?
And we saw in the Senegal Holland game. There was 8 minutes added on for that. There was no need for it.
Maybe they do. Maybe they stop the clock for commercials and stuff, and that's why it seems like it's longer, but it's really just the commercial time that they built up. No. Hey, there's a lot of
crafty little bets going on.
There's a lot of money going into this World Cup. They're probably trying to get all they can out of it.
Exactly.
They could be adding on 30 seconds or more per. They're coming at the same time. Though. That's the thing. It's not like it's individual.
Tell you what, mate. Wales looking a bit naughty. Coming forward a little bit more now, aren't they?
Smell the blood, can't they? Can taste that blood. Oh my God! Good defending there.
I'm a bit scared if Wales do score a winner.
All they have to do is go play you guys tough, get anything they can out of it, and they'll be happy.
Yeah, Ethan's struggling, mate. Ethan Ampadu is he's literally limping on the pitch.
Yeah, no. Subs doesn't make any sense, right?
The ref stopped the play. Then he's like,
we're going to get the 105th minute here, the way things going on here.
Yeah, the ref, to be fair to the ref, he has said, look, I'm going to add it on. All this stuff off, on, off, on, off.
I've got a bed to get to.
We'll be still on Thursday morning with this game, where it's going. That's what I was saying earlier. I mean, the guy that says, come on, play for Portsmouth in League One. That's the quality of Wales' team. Without Bell and Ramsey, sorry.
Sorry, what was that, mate?
Oh, no, I'm saying take Bell and Ramsey out of this Wales team. The standard of this Wales team is like League One quality. The majority of this team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like that's the only reason why they've been doing so well in these tournaments over the last 4 to 6 years, isn't it? It's because obviously Bell and Ramsey. But like they're two players that turn up for their nation all the time. Do you know what I mean? That like, and they will perform as well. I've always had a soft spot for Ramsey.
Nothing to do with his Arsenal days or nothing.
Nah, nothing at all, mate. Nothing to do with these 2 FA Cup final winners.
No, of course not. I mean, it helps, but still.
He was quality in that 13-14 season. If he didn't get injured, mate, he'd been up for player of the year, wouldn't he?
We would all, if he hadn't got injured when he had, we would have won the league that season as well.
It's like Cazorla in 2016, isn't it?
Yeah. This is just
I think that's the one, mate.
This game's just petering out now.
It's not all lost, though, Gal.
He's not impressed, guy. He's completely zoned out. Like, no, this ain't on. It's all your fault. You made me come on. We were winning. I've come on.
I took the bait from Liam, and look what I got. Just for that, I told Bobby to give you a surprise the next time you're helping him out.
That'd be at 3 o'clock in the morning, won't it?
I already texted him, so just beware. You never know when it's going to come.
I reckon you're disappointed in yourself that you took the bait.
I did.
It's when you turn up with a sledgehammer later.
Yeah, Bobby's going to be creeping down, letting the back door open.
Gary comes through my door.
What was that? Nothing.
Gary sledgehammers me and Bobby's behind him, smiling.
He's got the camera, man. I need to have this on the camera. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they drew this thing.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
Fucking got lucky there, USA.
Like Wales look more like at the moment, don't they?
Well, they went. You know what the difference is? They went younger, right?
Oh god.
Younger.
Oh, what's he doing there?
Oh, this is a good chance. Last chance for Wales. Bell. Oh, tackle.
Oh, bad ball that was.
Oh, they're all panicking now. Certain players on here.
Yeah, no.
Bobby working with Gary.
Oh.
You're not my father.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's so much injury.
That's the last thing you want to hear is Gareth Bell and Ramsey. That's just not good. Last thing I want to hear.
So the reality from all of this, Gary, is the last game of this group stage, England versus Wales. You're going to be an England fan.
Yeah, definitely.
It's that for gritted teeth.
Hey, dude, my passport says I'm English, so leave me alone.
I'm just going by your facial expression. It was like,
yeah. But you know what? You guys are going to pull everybody, right?
oh yeah, of course we will. Once we do a job on a Friday with you guys, we'll arrest all the players and still do a job in Wales, just for you.
Yeah. I can't see Ramsey and Bale playing another 90 going in with the England game last. So
yeah, it's quite a tough arse, that, isn't it? 3 games in.
Oh, you're saying that attack.
Go on. Sing Gary, I'm happy.
that'd be nice.
Oh.
Come on, get the ball in the box, whatever they're doing.
After that geezer's comments, mate, I want you.
Get rid of it, Turner. Well done. Go.
Oh, done well there, mate. Oh,
shot one for the team.
Oh, that's a yellow, isn't he? That's definitely, yeah. He had to do that, though, to be fair.
Because Bale was about to open up another shot from halfway, basically, and put it that way. Into an empty net.
At least we won a 2020, 2020 final.
Oh, the old cricket, yeah.
Oof.
And there's your full-time whistle. There you go, 1-1.
There you go.
Even.
If Bale would have got a chance to kick that thing,
Well, obviously, thankfully, he didn't because you got the point. As I say, honours even.
Yeah.
It's probably, as people have been saying in the chat, probably the best result for England from an English perspective because now all we have to do is win on Friday night and we've qualified, and it's just a straight shootout between you and Wales then for that last spot on the last match day, no matter what happens with Wales against Iran on Friday.
True.
No one likes a smug cannon as well.
Well, Gary won't, trust me.
I don't even know who you are anymore. But I do have to go.
Yeah, no
Cheers,
worries.
Gary.
Good
See you
match.
Friday, matey.
I'll see you on Friday. Everybody in the chat, thanks for
See you later,
joining us.
mate.
We'll be back doing this again.
Yeah.
Have fun.
See you guys. Take care of yourself, my friend.
Yeah, mate.
All right, see you.
And there's just the two of us. There you go. That was a lot better in the end. Sorry, Gary, but
Yeah, it was good to see Gary come on, to be fair.
yeah.
You could tell that he was. I
I
get it why he's that. I'd been quite deflated if that was me though, because
yeah.
I think Wales didn't look like they were going to do anything. You could just tell that if Wales were to score, it was going to be from a set piece or something, and
Yeah.
he just didn't need to do it. Ring, did he? It's just
No.
Do you know what it reminds me of a little bit when we played Switzerland in '96 in the first game,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we give that penalty away like about 10 minutes to go? It was a bit like that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The naivety shone through, basically, yeah.
I think USA will still go through.
I reckon they will as well, because I think out of the two, let's be honest, out of the two, who's gonna I think if I'm being honest, USA will cause us more problems than Wales will. We've seen tonight when Wales up against the USA team, apart from the penalty they got, nearly in a few chances at the end there, whereas it became very open game in the end because they're going end to end. They didn't really test, as we say, they didn't really test the USA defence or cause them any problems, so we say.
No.
And that's the USA, with all due respect, the youngest team in the group. Now they've got obviously they're playing Iran on Friday, Wales, but they've got to play us, the Premier League proven World Cup pedigree team. In terms of we've got experience in this tournament. We've got experience at international tournament in general, and we know how to get. It's a derby as well, but we know how to get the results. Another fight. And we've got more quality. Overall, we've got more quality than Wales. What all Wales have, we just mentioned already, is Aaron Ramsey and Gareth. Take them out of the equation. That team is bang average, and they pose no real threat really. And they're more gettable. They have a more gettable defence than the USA team as well. As long as the USA defence stay on their feet, they're fine.
Yeah, I would be quite the only. What Chris is saying, I do kind of agree with as well. Like, there's two ways of looking at Wales England game. There's the way that can Gareth Bale and Ramsey cope with 3 games in that kind of heat over the 8 days. I think that's a big question mark. That's a massive question mark, and they've got to be at their full best to kind of beat England, I think, next Tuesday. And I think that game hasn't fallen right for Wales. I think Wales, like Scotland did, I think they've been best playing our second game than third game. I just think Wales I think them two are going to struggle to play that many games in that many days. They're not used to it, and they're not at the right age of 30 now for it, are they? Yeah. But there's the other way of looking at it as well, that if England are already through,
we might rest players.
We may rest players, and there's more likely that Wales could get a draw against us. It'd have to be a pretty disastrous performance for us to lose.
Again, we are assuming they do turn up and do the job against Wales. There's still a job they've got to do on Friday morning against Iran. Again, assuming Bell and Ramsey turn up, you'd assume they do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they should do it right. But to be fair, mate, they scored 2 goals there, right?
I was about to say, if they don't, there's advantage back to USA. That if Wales do not get 3 points on Friday morning, no matter what happens in Friday night against England with the USA, that's a massive the advantage goes straight back into USA's hands.
I actually think that Iran will get something out of one of these games. I think that whoever finishes second, I think Iran are going to cause an upset somewhere.
Yeah, I would be up, and because of how things went today with the goalkeeper situation and the scoreline itself, I think they're going to want to bounce back straight away. And let's just say they still scored. They might conceded 6, but they still scored 2. I mean, one was dubious, but they still scored 2 goals at the end of the day. And
That's
going to be key.
It's going to take a big foul now. It's going to take a big foul now for us not to qualify in it. Oh
yeah, no, exactly. As I say, as long as we do our, no matter what happens, as I said, whatever happens, if Wales drop a bollock on Friday morning and fail to win, USA will be up for the game. They'll have that motivation, but they know they've got another step at the cherry come the Tuesday with playing Iran themselves, and they'll fancy their chances anyway in terms of qualifying. If Wales it's going to be second spot's going to be very tightly contested. This is what I said. I did say in terms of winning the group, it'd be England more likely, because of the quality we have over these other teams, with all due respect. But the second was always going to be up for grabs. It's always going to be tight. And I think it will come down to that last game. And if we do, even if we qualify on Friday, or all but qualify on Friday, we might rest a few players on the Tuesday. Might be in the operative word. I think we're still.
He ain't going to rest many though, is he, mate?
And I think even if it's like 2 or 3 players, he makes a couple changes there, 2 or 3 changes. We're still.
I'll tell you what would be ideal. I'll tell you
what, still too strong for Wales.
What would be ideal? This is the ideal situation now, yeah, right? We beat America, Iran draw with Wales, and then that's the group topped. Yeah. And then he will go and rest the whole team. He will rest most of that team for the Wales game. Absolutely. Yeah. Why would you not? You wouldn't risk players, would you?
And it's a straight shootout then between Wales and USA for that last spot.
So we would go if and I ain't putting it past Iran to get something against Wales whatsoever. And if they do get a draw or something like that, the group's topped. The group's done as long as we beat America. And then we go into that Wales game pretty much building our second team.
Mm-hmm. Whereas I still think it's too strong for the Wales team, but
yeah, well, yeah, of course it should be. Like you look at most international football, right? Most teams, right, have a now might have one exceptional player who plays for a decent European team or a couple, but then you look at it, there's not many teams that, unlike the Brazils, the Frances, do you know what I mean, in this world. And you have to look at England and say, do you know what? The level of players that they're getting even on the bench now is much better than what it's been for a while. We've just been underachieving the last 6 to 12 months. When you start looking at players like Foden, who's sitting on the bench, do you know what I mean? We have got some really good players that are sitting on that bench at the moment who can come on. I just think that we're just maybe a little bit short defensively. That's my only worry.
Yeah, but obviously, if we were to rest players, we know who we get in terms of Group A as well by then as well. So I mean, Group A will be done before early in that day, so we will already know who.
I think we're going to get Ecuador. I think it's going to be England versus Ecuador.
That's a possibility. Yes, it's a massive possibility. Possibilities. I think we'll either get them or Senegal. It'll be either them or Senegal, one of the two.
I think Mane is just such a massive injury for them, mate. I think that's a game changer.
I think that's what showed today, that him not being there in that final part is what they're missing. Someone of his ilk just to be there and be on the end of something, or just be that extra pass to the end of something. So yeah, I mean, Ecuador wouldn't be at this moment in time wouldn't be a bad shot. They've got the win under the belt. All they have to do is win the next game, and they've all but qualified. I know it's against Holland, but you never know. Or they could both draw, and obviously, trying to think now, Qatar versus Senegal could be a draw itself, and as I say, all but qualifies the other two, with a point needed from both teams going into that final game. But we'll know. But my point is, we'll know who's finished first, who's finished second, so we'll know who we've got to play come the next round when we go to that Wales game, we're like, okay, we know what we've got to play. Right, these are the changes we're going to make. We can rest you this, that, and the other, and then we'll go again on that. I just think this ain't
It's
the worst,
interesting,
this
though, isn't it?
ain't the worst result in the world. This ain't the worst result for USA at all. It'd be disappointing because they were 1-0 up and they could have still seen the game out. They're a bit more clinical up the top, but look, it is what it is, and you've still got another bite. You've got 2 bites at the cherry against us and Iran, and more likely it's going to be Iran, that final game that gets you over the line. I think it's going to come down to, I think you said it. You said it earlier. You said it at night. Who's going to get the bigger battering? It's be the one that gets knocked out of the two.
I do kind of think, though, mate. I think it might come down to Iran.
I think that depends on what happens on Friday morning. Yeah.
Like, I don't expect England to go out and beat America by 6 goals, like nothing like that. But
No. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a tight. I think it'll be close.
I think we'll be like 2-0.
2-1, 2-0.
I think that's what in my head I'm thinking for. But I'm also thinking, if we play to our capability, what I've seen tonight, there's nothing to be really worried about. And if we do start off like we did, kind of start, we should have had a penalty in the first few minutes anyway. But if we kind of go into that kind of form again, you've got players like Saka, and then like Kane's going to score sooner or later for us. There's no reason why we can't get a comprehensive victory again. I don't know. I'm just thinking about. I always think South American teams have always been harder for us to kind of play against. I think I would rather Senegal than Ecuador.
Yeah, I think as well. When we played the majority of the times we play these South American teams as well, it's always in countries the climate's more appeasing to them. Like in 2002, we played Brazil. In bloody Japan and when Japan and South Korea are hosting the World Cup, it's more acclimatizing to them. We know what happened there. Ecuador in 2006. It was Ecuador, wasn't it? In 2006, the first knockout, and they gave us problems, and we thought we were just walking. They gave us problems. I think it was a 1-0 scraped win. Argentina.
Uruguay was it? 2018.
Uruguay was
Uruguay? No.
2014 in the group stages.
Yeah, 2-14. It was 2-18. That was a spinner, weren't it? Colombia.
It was 1-0 up. Got back up to 1-1. All the way at the pens, and it looked like a spinner of all people was going to win the penalty shootout for Colombia.
Nah. Yeah. I think I'd rather play Senegal. But do you know what? We should beat Senegal or Ecuador anyway with our squad.
We should. And then the quarterfinals is up for grabs. I don't know who we can get from that side of things. But
France is the name at the moment, isn't it? France.
You never know. It could be France or Denmark. You'd assume.
This is where my worry is. Yeah, right. This is where my worry is. Southgate, is he got the capability to put a big, because let's be honest, in the Euros and in the World Cup, we didn't play. I know Germany, we beat Germany, it was a big win for us, but Germany ain't the Germany of old. We're talking about now a world-class side like France. Has he got the managerial capability to tactically win that game?
Yeah,
it's a big
that's been a big question over him.
Huh?
That's been the main question over him. That whenever we come up against, like we're talking about Belgium twice in the last World Cup, beat us both times. Croatia, any sort of decent opposition for a manager that has any tactical nous.
They're not even decent sides though. Like when I looked at Croatia and Italy, right, there were 2 games that we should have come. I went into the game thinking we should beat both these sides with the teams we got out. Do you know what I mean? But against Croatia, we let their midfield literally dominate us after half time, and we didn't react to it. We just didn't react to it whatsoever. And to be fair, they had the footballing players like Rakitic, like Modric, do you know what I mean, to cause us issues, which they did, and we just didn't manage it effectively. But then against Italy, you sit there and you think you've got 18,000 fans behind you. You're playing Italy, they're an ageing team. And we just went negative again after scoring. Both games, we scored in the first 5 minutes, and then we just sat back. We just sat back when we should have gone for the kill in both games. Should have gone for the kill. We've got the players to go for the kill. Just go for the kill. No regrets. That's my motto. No regrets. Yeah. And we didn't do it in both games, and we've had massive regrets. Massive regrets. We should have taken Italy out, mate. We should have taken Italy out.
And I was fuming that night. Trust me, when it was all done and dusted, I was absolutely livid. And then we're going through the game, and as they grew into it, it was like they're going into this. What's going on? And we all said, all three of us said, myself, Andrew, and Gary, we all said, if they take full control and grow into it properly, really, there's no going back. We will lose this game. And look what happened. And that's been the major question. When we go one, as you say, the semi-final and then the final of the semi-final of the last World Cup, Euros final last year, we go 1-0 up early, and Gareth goes out and puts handbrakes on and doesn't go for the kill. And out of the two, especially Italy, there was to score so early against that team with that experienced defence. We should have gone for the kill. We should have gone, okay, that's okay. We can smell blood now. Get that second and then put the handbrake on. We've got two goal buffer then. You can afford to put the handbrake on then, but look, it is what it is, and hopefully, if he makes the same mistakes again, he's got to go. No matter how far we get in this competition, if he makes the same mistakes again,
I kind of get it, mate, when you do it against a world-class team. I kind of get, like, if you play at France, that you could go for it at the back. I get that totally. But when you're playing an Asian team like Italy and a team like Croatia, do you know what I mean? If you've got the army in your ranks to be able to put out the likes of your Kanes, your Sakas, your Sterlings, your Mason Mounts, do you know what I mean? Like your Bellinghams, Declan Rice. Like, we're sitting there with two central midfielders, yeah, right? They're going to be a generation for the next at least 7-8 years. You're talking about two central midfielders that are going to be at the top of their game for the next 7-8 years. Like, they ain't much, like, both these guys are going to end up with big moves. They're both going to play for top clubs. Top clubs. See, you've got the majority of the team. Like, okay, we are a little bit short at centre back, but you know what? I'd rather we went for it against teams like that than just try and play for it at the back. I just don't see the point. Like, we've proven today, we proved against Germany in 10 minutes. We go 4 at the back. We play our forward players that we rip teams to pieces. And you just got to keep doing that. And unless you're playing Brazil or France, just keep doing it.
No, exactly. If we come up against France and Brazil, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But until then, we've just got to enjoy it for what it is. But hopefully, in the meantime, we just keep playing this forward at the back. And
if Cole Walker, if we get France, Cole Walker's definitely going in that team at the back.
Oh yeah, but every known defender, right-footed defender, is going in that team. Trust me.
Yeah, Cole Walker is 100% going in that team, and then you sit there and go, you know what? Rightly so. Rightly do that.
Yeah, I ain't got a problem with that at all. But Chris Nix is saying tomorrow I'm visiting Suffolk. Bit random.
Ooh.
Sam is
the
chat, by the way. Just saying.
I'm kind of interested now. Whereabouts?
We'll let him answer, and then I'll start wrapping things up. But yeah, whilst I wait for him to answer, guys, I don't know about tomorrow in terms of any. I'll relook at the games if there's any games worth doing. Not going to do every game in this tournament, especially the group stages anyway. Trying to think, that's what we're on Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let me have a look at Wednesday whilst I'm waiting. Thursday, I'm doing the Arsenal women's watchalong for the Champions League group stage against Juventus, which will be interesting. Now we've got no Beth Mead, thanks to fucking Man United and the pissing referee.
Big loss that is, isn't it? Was that supposed to be tonight? Was it?
Juventus versus Arsenal is on Thursday. But I was meant to meet Beth Mead tonight. We got cancelled last night because of a certain referee not doing her job. Shock horror.
Surprise.
That was it. Wednesday. Morocco, Croatia, Germany, Japan. Germany, Japan might be an interesting one to watch. Right, there's a 1 p.m. kickoff though. Belgium, Canada. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about Wednesday now. I'm definitely doing a watch along on Thursday for the women's game on that. It's a women's kickoff as well. So I'll tell you now. Whilst I've got you here, I think that's me. 8 p.m. kickoff. So I'll be going live on. Trying to think now. That's 7:30 UK time. I try and get a few of the guys together for that, so it's not just me and me out on my lonesome. Apart from that, either Tuesday, Wednesday, leave it with me. Tomorrow and Wednesday, leave it with me. I'll have a look, see what's worth doing and not worth doing, this, that, and the other. If I've got the time to do it. And then, Thursday do that. And then Friday is the big one. England versus the USA. What we've been building up for the last year on this channel.
I reckon that's the night. When Gary goes full out heel turn that night.
Well, he fucking turned on you, didn't he?
Yeah, he turned tonight, didn't he, mate? He definitely turned out. I think the pressure's starting to get on Gary already. I think reality's now starting to kick in. That shit, we are in trouble. Houston, we've got a problem.
Oh damn! Mate, he just as soon as he went, I was like, okay, hoodie on, let you two at it. Sort of, Jesus Christ.
I think he was disappointed in himself that he got baited into the chat, and then obviously he can't come in, and then scored. I get it.
I mean, we were the same if it's the other way around, to be honest. So
yeah, exactly. But it's a schoolboy error, isn't it? It's a schoolboy error.
Yeah, you live and learn. You
You do.
As I say, you're around this week, aren't you? You're definitely here on Friday. I know that much.
Oh, 100%. I'm here Friday, mate. There's 100%. I'm here Friday. Yeah. Even she'll be here on Friday.
He's like, you sure about that? Fuck off. Leave me alone.
She might not be here Friday.
Oh dear. As I say, we're going to try and get a whole band together. Try and get some. Try and balance it out so guy's not on his own. Put it that way. We're going to try and balance it out in terms of the panel. So it's not. It's literally me and Liam just going tone for tone on taking turns on Gary, basically, in a non-sexual way. By the way, I know this chat's like, so I'm saying it right here and right now, not in that way. Get your mind out the gutters, you bastards. Until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you on the other side. Keep an eye out for the community posts and all that, or social media on the posts on that, and we'll keep you updated on what we've got coming up. Other than that, more likely you'll see me on Thursday evening. Yay. Until then, as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.